You guys want to hear the story of how I shit my pants? I don't think anybody's ever asked for it, but here it goes. It's like a lot of people are ashamed to admit that at one point in their life they probably shat their pants. Anyways, my shit my pants premiere was in first grade. And I remember it was an age where shitting pants is something to be ashamed of. Because, it's when you're a kid, when you're a baby, it doesn't matter if you shit your pants. It's like you're supposed to shit your pants, right? You don't know any better. But at a certain age, I suppose, by the time you start school, you can take care of your whole toilet issues. You can sort those things out. And so my shit my pants premiere, if you will, was in first grade. And I remember it was actually a beautiful day. I was having a lot of fun. I was doing things that first graders do. And that's probably why I forgot to go use the bathroom. You just forget about shitting when you're having a great time, and so all of a sudden it hits you. And I was I was lucky because it hit me towards the end of the day. Just all of a sudden, like, oh shit. And I thought, oh shit. Well, I didn't literally think, oh shit. I didn't know the word shit back then, but I was probably thinking something along the lines. It's not too far off. And so from that point on, it's clear. Once you shit your pants, you have one goal in mind, and that is to find the toilet as quick as possible. And so that's what I did. I went to look out for a bathroom. It was a new school, first grade, right? So I didn't know where the next bathroom was. And it was already, class had ended, which means I was just in the middle of the campus and I was running around. And it was scary because I didn't know where to go. I shat my pants. And I found myself in the high school area of the campus, the high school building, which was very foreign to me. In fact, it was very scary because high schoolers, as a first grade, were like adults. They were like gods in a sense. It's like adults going to school. That was what high schoolers were. And so I was running around the high school, and at some point I saw the VC sign. I was like, yes, finally. I just sprint in, go into the toilet stall, and just just let out. And it's that moment of bliss where you forget about everything else. You forget that you shat your pants. You just release, and it's bliss. You're in the moment, and that moment fades away real quick, as then you're still the kid who shat their pants. And so that was what I was dealing with. As soon as that fleeting moment of happiness passes by, you're sitting there looking down at your shit-stained underwear. And it's never a pretty sight. It's never a pretty sight. In fact, for most people, it's a low point. If you shit your pants, that's a low point. Doesn't matter if you're the coolest kid in high school, the prettiest girl in your class. If you shit your pants, that brings you right down to everybody else, if not lower. And so there I was, shit-stained. And I did my best to clean it up, of course, but I was ashamed, right? It smelled really bad. It was, well, I had shit on my underwear. I had shit on my pants, right? Which means someone's gonna have to clean it. I was in first grade. I wasn't, ready to clean my own, clothes. And so I walked out, ashamed, a little kid, first grader, walking around, like, oh shit, And then I saw this girl. No, it was a lady. Actually, it was a girl who was a high schooler. And she looks at me kind of like, okay, while I walk out. Like, And then I look back, and it was the girl's toilet. And she walks in, and I was like, no. God. I just took a dump in there. It probably smells. She probably knows. The whole world knows that I just shat my pants. Must be. Right? And then you walk, and when you did something bad, you think that everybody's onto you, right? It's like this fear, and you see that fear is being reflected in people looking at you, right? So I was there walking around first grader with my little backpack, just trying to avoid eye contact, just looking down, right? But then, you look here and there, and there are these tall high schoolers, and they probably didn't give a shit about me. They might have been like, first grader here in high school, bold move. But back then I was thinking like, look at that little shit. He probably shat his pants, didn't he? Oh yeah, he sure did shit his pants. So that was me, very uncomfortable. I walked out of the campus, and I got into the car. My mom picked me up, and so my sisters were already in the car, and they were looking a bit suspicious. And I was like, you're kind of late. And it's like, yeah, I had a little incident. And, my mom also looks, from, she's driving, and then she, looks back, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay, yeah. And, my sister's also like, are you okay? Something happened? And the thing is, it was a new car. We moved to a new place. I started school, first grade. My parents got a new car for the move. And the only thing I remember about the car, well, actually I remember a few things, but the one thing that I remember very vividly is the first time we actually sat in the car. My mom said, you see these seats? These are leather seats. I didn't know what leather was, so I was like, well, what's leather? And she was like, it's nice and expensive. So that's all I knew. Nice and expensive. I come there with my shit-stained pants and underwear, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm sitting with my shit-stained pants and underwears in these nice, new, expensive leather seats. So instead of actually sitting down in the car, I was standing up. I was holding onto the bystander seat like this and would not set my ass down. And that roused even more suspicion. Not only was I late, but I wouldn't sit down. And so my sisters, they were next to me, and then from this, they went to this, to this, as in they were expecting something to happen. And my mom, she's like, it's like, did you hurt yourself? Is something okay? Or are you fine? Did something happen in school? It's like, no. And they keep on badgering me, something's up. Yeah, something is really up. And at some point, I just explode. Yeah, I shit my pants. I didn't say shit, but I pooed my pants. And then it was out. And then my sisters were like, ah! Ah! They got the hell out of there. They just back into the corner. And my mom, she'd be like, oh, okay. And then she speeds up, getting us home. And so that was my first shit my pants story that I vividly remember. And you might say, well, it's okay. It was first grade. And it was okay. But, it's I feel like a lot of people have a hard time admitting to shitting their pants. I like to say there are two types of people. There are those who shit their pants, and they're liars. And even if you haven't shat your pants, you will one day. But the thing is with shitting pants, it's such a low point. Why is it such a low point? Well, who shits their pants? Babies and old people, right? What do they have in common? They're both vulnerable. They're both dependent on others. A baby, it's gonna shit its pants eventually. Someone has to clean it, which means they're dependent on parents. An old person, let's say he's not quite there, he's in a wheelchair, he's dependent on others to help him to take a shit. Adults are expected to be self-dependent. We don't need anybody else, right? Which is why it's so humiliating to shit your pants, right? Whatever state you are, it's a humiliation. But what babies and old people also have in common is their vulnerability. They're vulnerable, right? And so shitting pants, it's kind of it's kind of showing your vulnerability. And the thing is, right now I'm talking about shitting your pants literally, but the truth is, you know, there's so many forms of shitting your pants, literally or figuratively, right? You know, we shit our pants doing regular things. Going and talking to a stranger, say for a guy, talking to a girl that you might be interested in, trying out something new, right? Let's say you want to paint, you want to be an artist, taking that leap forward. That's a shit your pants moment, figuratively, right? Yeah, it's okay, right? It's part of the journey. We're all gonna shit our pants at some point, whether it's because we're scared or whether it's because we hit a low point because you couldn't hold your shit together. It's gonna happen. But the thing is, it's okay to shit your pants. It's okay to be scared. And it's okay, it's certainly okay, to show a bit of vulnerability. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in.